Think you're ready for the future of Formula One? Think again. While the FIA and F1 bosses are busy selling you a dream of sustainability and 1,000 horsepower hybrid monsters, they are burying a dark reality beneath the carbon fibre. This isn't just a rule change, it's a total overhaul of the sport's DNA that is designed to punish, humiliate and expose anyone who isn't part of the elite inner circle of manufacturers. They call it the 2026 revolution, but for the teams living it, it's becoming a nightmare of energy starvation. We've been told the 50-50 split between the V6 engine and electric power is the pinnacle of engineering, but the math simply doesn't add up. There is a fundamental flaw in the 2026 power unit logic that's going to turn your favourite drivers into mere passengers. You've been told it's about green energy, but the truth they don't want you to know is that these cars are being designed to fail the moment a driver dares to push them to the absolute limit. This is the hidden truth of F1 2026, and it's time to rip the veil off. Stay tuned, because what comes next is even more disturbing. The promise was simple: a 1.6 litre V6 engine where half the power comes from electricity. It sounds like a fair, futuristic evolution, right? But behind the bright lights of the marketing campaigns, a critical failure has been intentionally downplayed, something they are desperately hoping you won't notice until it's too late. The heart of this deception lies in the balance of power. By forcing a 50-50 split, they have created a machine that is fundamentally at war with itself. The internal combustion engine is being choked back to make room for an electrical system that the car cannot even support. This isn't just a technical tweak, it's a trap. They've built a set of regulations that prioritise optics over actual racing physics, and the result is a power unit that is effectively broken by design. Engineers are currently scrambling behind closed doors, realising that the revolution they were sold is actually a logistical impossibility on the track. They want you to believe this is the next step in racing excellence, but the reality is that the 2026 rules have hollowed out the very soul of Formula One performance. Now, let's talk about the star of the show that's actually a total disaster, the MG UK. On paper, it looks incredible, boasting a massive 350 kilowatts of power. It's supposed to be the hero of the new era, the component that brings Formula One into the future, but in reality, it has become the ultimate Achilles heel of the 2026 car. Here is the secret: they are trying to bury the capacity to recover that energy simply isn't enough. We are entering an era of energy starvation. Imagine a predator that needs to run at full speed but can only find enough food to walk. That is exactly what these new power units are. The cars will be constantly drained, gasping for electrical life that isn't there. No matter how hard the drivers push, the recovery systems won't be able to keep up with the demand of the race. This isn't just a minor inefficiency, it's a recipe for a catastrophic drop in performance. The sport is moving from a battle of horsepower to a battle of survival, where the cars are literally dying for a charge while racing at 200 miles per hour. It's a design flaw so deep it threatens to turn the fastest sport on earth into a slow-motion struggle for power. If you think this is just technical talk, listen to what the man at the centre of the storm is saying. Ayao Komatsu, the head of Haas, has already sounded the alarm, and his words should terrify every fan of pure racing. He revealed that in 2026, a tiny mistake in managing this scarce energy won't just cost a driver a few hundredths of a second. We are looking at a brutal punishment of half a second, nearly a full second lost per lap. This is an unprecedented level of volatility in a sport where titles are won and lost by a blink of an eye. Losing 0.7 of a second because of one greedy throttle application is a death sentence. The era of the flat-out driver is being systematically erased. Komatsu's warning confirms that the 2026 regulations are a minefield where one wrong step leads to a total performance collapse. The margins for error have been completely removed, replaced by a system that punishes aggression and rewards those who play it safe. This is the brutal reality that is waiting for us, a sport where the stopwatch becomes a judge jury and executioner for anyone who dares to make a mistake in the invisible world of energy management. But the most humiliating part, these failures won't be hidden behind complex telemetry or secret data screens. They will be exposed for the entire world to see, live on camera. When a driver gets it wrong, they won't just look slightly slower, they will be defenseless. Imagine your favourite driver coming off a corner, heading onto a massive straight, and suddenly nothing. No boost, no power. The car becomes a sitting duck, a high-tech paperweight, while rivals scream past at full speed. This isn't just about losing time, it's about public humiliation. The 2026 regulations will strip away the mystery of engineering and turn every energy mistake into a spectacle of failure. Drivers will reach the main straights completely empty, their batteries drained, totally exposed to the world. It's a terrifying prospect for the athletes who are used to having power at their fingertips. In this new era, the car won't be an extension of the driver's will. It will be a temperamental machine that can decide to quit on you the moment you need it most. We are moving toward a reality where the winner isn't the fastest, but the one who managed to hide their weakness the longest. The 2026 season will reveal a massive divide that no one in the FIA wants to talk about: the death of the level playing field. This isn't just about driver skill anymore. It's about the haves and the have-nots of technology. At the engine manufacturers, the giants like Mercedes, Ferrari and Audi hold the keys to the kingdom. They aren't just building engines, they are writing the complex codes that govern how every single watt of energy is used. For customer teams like Haas or Williams, they aren't just buying hardware, they are buying a black box they don't fully understand. Komatsu admitted that the manufacturers will have a massive knowledge advantage that could take years to bridge. While the big factory teams have been running simulations for years to master this energy starvation, the smaller teams are left to guess. This is the privilege of the new era. It's a rigged system where the makers of the technology can ensure their own success by keeping the most efficient energy secrets for themselves. The gap between the front and the back of the grid isn't just going to grow, it's going to become a canyon that no amount of driving talent can jump across. The 2026 regulations aren't just changing the cars, they are changing the very definition of a Formula One driver. We are witnessing the end of the pure racer and the birth of the systems manager. Drivers will no longer be able to trust their instincts or drive on the edge of their seat. Instead, they will be forced to fight their own competitive nature. Every time they want to floor the throttle or dive down the inside for a bold overtake, they have to stop and ask, do I have enough battery for the next lap? This is the invisible chain being wrapped around the sport's greatest talents. The sheer mental load of calculating energy recovery in real time while navigating a street circuit at 200 miles per hour is a recipe for mental exhaustion and high-speed errors. The 2026 era will expose those who rely on pure speed and reward those who can drive like a computer. Is this really what we want from the pinnacle of motorsport? A world where the most exciting part of the race is watching a driver stare at a display screen to see if their battery has enough life to survive the next straight. The soul of racing is being traded for a digital simulation, and the fans are the ones who will pay the price. So here's the final truth. F1 2026 is a high-stakes gamble with the sport's very identity. They want you to focus on the flashy graphics and the green message, but now you know the cost. You've seen the secret of energy starvation, the brutal time penalties for a single mistake, and the massive injustice between the manufacturers and the rest. This isn't just about a new engine, it's about who has the power to survive a system designed to fail. When the lights go out in 2026, don't be fooled by the roar of the engines. Look closely at the straights, watch the battery lights, and see which drivers are left defenseless. The era of pure, unadulterated speed is being replaced by a calculated game of survival where the rules are written by those who own the technology. They didn't want you to know how punishing these mistakes would be, but now the secret is out. The question is, are you ready to watch the most advanced era of racing become its most controversial. Don't let them hide the truth any longer. Share this, spread the word, and make sure every fan knows exactly what's coming. The revolution is here, but it's not the one they promised you.